That it really is spectacular looking. Oh, is this the umbo of a shield?
Yes, the shield and remnants of the shield which deteriorated here, but the parts of it
Yeah.
are here. You see that?
So it had a metal strip binding it around the
Yes.
edge to stop it splitting.
Yes.
And that umbo would have been, the round umbos you see on things like Viking shields and that. This is the earlier version of that.
So what they
Much
say
more
they
decorative.
found, excuse me, they found remnants of it, iron, bronze, hide, and lime wood. So that's what they found.
Ah, yeah. Well, limewood was the Romans used it for shields as well because they found bits of it. Limewood is very dense. I've got some. I bought a couple of blocks years ago, which I haven't got around to using it. But the purpose was to make the centers of Kalkan shields, the cane shields that the Turks and the Persians used, were blocks of conical blocks of limewood because limewood, the way it was treated in those days, didn't split when it was hit by a sharp object.
Oh.
So using limewood in shields was a really old idea. Well, obviously it's old. This is really old. But yeah, it's a classic thing. And of course, I say limewood. My immediate thought is citrus, little fruit, but it's not. It's a whole different tree. Very common in Germany, I think, isn't it?
Yes, yes, not that lime, exactly, not
Yeah.
that lime.
I think the other word in English for it is linden,
Linden.
Linden. I
Yes,
think
linden.
that's
Yes, that's it.
yeah,
That's it. Linden.
yeah.
That's it.
But
So good that you
yeah,
mentioned it. It refers to linden, as Bede said. Lime wood is nothing to do with that lime, you guys. That's
yeah,
right. Good that you
yeah. My
mentioned
poor little lime tree. We're not going to turn that into a shield.
it. Yeah, exactly. So this is linden or lime wood refers to another plant, as Bede mentioned. Good that you
Yeah,
mentioned it.
it's a hardwood, isn't it?
Exactly,
I
hard.
think I could look it up, but
No, I
and
just
so these.
before I checked in the museum, they also said this lime wood or linden, as you said it.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
in German, Bede, we say Lindenholz. So we
yeah.
say in German Lindenholz as well.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Um, it's as I say, it's a really good wood for shields. The Romans planed it down into thin strips and then made plywood out of it and made shields out of that because the Romans were big into manufacturing. Um, I'd be interested to see if they've got any ideas of how these shields were put together. There's a Celtic shield that was found in England that's made from bark, layers of
Wow.
bark, and how it worked, I don't know. Not sure I'd feel safe behind a bark shield,
Yes.
but maybe it depends on what people are shooting at you or throwing at you or whatever.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
So
Look
yeah,
at this one, Pete.
so the I'm trying to work out what they are. I can't. Is this um like metal strips?
I think so. They are. Yes.
Yeah. So these are originally around the outside of a shield or something like that.
Yes, that's right.
See, the high usage of metal and a mixture of bronze and iron technology all going
Yes.
together, because I think the original Celts were known for their bronze work.
Yes. Absolutely.
But around about what, 9th or 8th century BCE, they started getting deeply into iron because uh, what historians used to say was that the Iron Age superseded the Bronze Age because iron was harder than bronze. Um, Wrought iron isn't particularly harder than
It
work
is.
hardened bronze.
It is.
Uh, I mean, once they developed low carbon steels, yeah, they were well on the way to, and that didn't take them that long.
Yes.
But the real thing about iron is you just have to go um, almost anywhere in the world, you can find iron ore. Whereas bronze, finding copper, and much more importantly, finding tin is much harder.
Yes.
Oh,
Beat grave tree. The fascinating thing about grave trees, look at the spearhead here. This is one of the
yeah.
largest spearheads I've ever seen, or widest.
Well, yeah, it's clearly at least twice the width of the sword blade in the scabbard. So,
in the
I mean,
scale.
that's
Exactly.
pretty massive. I mean, something that big you could almost use as a signal in battle. Go that way.
And Pete, look at this. The fossilized wood is still there on the
So
hand.
that's the actual wood of the hill.
Exactly. I can. If I hope I have had. Oh yeah, here you go.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
Incredible.
So you can see where all those metal rivets in the other one, how they would have fitted together.
Yes.
That's
Pete,
so
have you
nice.
ever seen such pictures of such beautiful Celtic swords? Right,
No,
unbelievable.
no. I've at the best things I've seen have usually been just um archaeologist drawings, which are often very good at getting ideas across. I have not seen photographs of this quality and of this quality equipment. I mean, just look at it. See, this is they've got rivets that are both practical, but they're arranged very decoratively.
Yeah.
And this is a whole different type of sword hilt than the antenna
Yeah. Yeah.
pommeled hilts.
Fascinating. Look at this, Pete.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Amazing. Look at the, excuse me, scabbard shape.
Isn't it interesting? This has also got that kind of decorative piece covering the tip of the scabbard, as though it is a protective reinforcement to stop the scabbard tip from being damaged, dragged on the ground or something.
Yeah.
Because some of the swords were quite long. The way they've done it is very similar to the other one. Weirdly enough, if you see 19th century European saber scabbards, you'll see that the shape often has a strange, like guitar-shaped metal piece on it, and that's exactly for that purpose, to stop the tip of the scabbard being damaged. It's kind of like a sacrificial piece of metal. This is much more decorative, but I think it might serve the same purpose.
Yes. And sorry. Look at this.
Oh yeah, you can see. Yeah, that's really been yeah. We're talking 400 BCE. Metal scabbards, full metal scabbards, were very rare until the 19th century.
Yeah.
And then when they had very large armies, they decided the soldiers weren't looking after their scabbards properly, so let's make them out of metal. And what can go wrong? Well, yeah, the swords can get blunt, but that's probably a small issue. But here, though, I don't think it's purely for practical purposes. I think this is an aesthetic choice that they're saying that a metal covered scabbard looks so much better. I mean, I think they're making that choice. They're not saying we've got to protect it against the elements. I mean, bronze scabbards have advantages, but some of these are made of iron. That's really quite difficult to make long, thin strips of iron that thin that you can fold it into a scabbard shape, and then, I assume they soldered rather than, well, you wouldn't forge weld it because it'd be too thin. So you probably soldered the bits together to stop them falling apart, which they would have developed when they were making them out of bronze. Again, you see traces of fabric.
Yeah.
That is a substantial spearhead.
Yes, I've never seen such a huge one.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's just, as I say, it's so big that you could use it for signaling in battle. If the chieftain is standing there and he waves his spear, you could see it from 100 meters away.
Yes.
It'd still work as a spear.
Yeah, of course.
But I think more of a sign of rank.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So you can see
when you see him. Yeah, you just realize how big that spearhead is.
Yeah.
See, that sword looks to me to be about what? The blade looks about 75 centimeters long.
Compared to the others, three graves, three warrior kings, or whatever you want to call them, rulers or warriors, kings, And this sword is the least embellished and decorated. You see that?
Yeah, it's relatively plain.
Yeah.
But there are still some things that everybody has to have on their sword scabbard.
Yes.
And because the handle has survived so well, it gives you an idea of what the other ones would have been like.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, wooden
Yes.
handles are really comfortable too. It's not. I mean, it's important to realize we don't have big cross hilts or anything on the sword because we're using shields and we don't need them. The shield protects your hand and you strike, when you can. If you're fencing, you need some kind of hand protection because you're leading with your sword. But these are just so nice. I'm guessing that mostly they started off with their spears, and like the ancient Greeks, when the spear got broken, you pulled the sword out and went it for them. Because swords are very expensive.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
Maybe not compared to that spearhead, which has got a lot of metal in it.
Yes, I think that one's expensive as well.
That was expensive too, I think.
Yes. Look at this one. Oh, sorry. Okay, we saw that.
Yeah.
Okay, and these are, which were, excuse me, in the museum, I'm sorry, excavated. So these are two guys wrestling. I need to just say something. Original one looks exactly like this, but the curator told me it's in restoration. So they're restoring it. So they made
Oh,
something which is a reproduction of it. So just it's not empty in the exhibition.
yeah.
Everything we have seen are original. This one is only because the original one is being restored, because
Restore,
of
yeah.
bronze disease or whatever these things can get. So
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
the original looks also like that. I saw pictures of this. You
Yeah.
see how they're wrestling? You
Luckily,
see the mirror here, the way from the other side. This look,
mm,
look at the technology they had back then.
yeah. I mean, this is head-to-head wrestling,
Yeah.
or maybe they're square dancing. It's very difficult to say. I'm going with wrestling.
No, it's
Obviously,
wrestling, definitely wrestling. There are two
yeah, and,
wrestlers.
and obviously Greco-Roman influence or Etruscan influence in the
Yes,
in the bodies are very much in the Greek and Roman style.
yes,
Is this part of something like a handle or a?
yes. It is definitely. I just wanted to say that this is a handle.
Yeah, yeah. It's a remarkable piece of work, and it's got a kind of symmetry to it as well, which is quite pleasing to the eye.
Yes, it's a handle of a jug or something. But we are going to see that
Oh,
later
right.
on.
Yeah.
You see that? So and then there are lots of artifacts they found, and they could not explain the functions of them. So the museum
Mm.
calls them mysterious objects because they need to be sure, right? In academia, you cannot just
Oh,
guess
yeah,
it,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. You can't make a
The
guess.
reason,
I mean,
because someone, told me a German friend of mine who was there said mysterious because they were mysterious. I said, no, when they say mysterious objects, it means in academia they cannot really tell what they were. But to me, they were
yeah,
mysterious. That's what they mean.
yeah. There's obviously a different level of understanding there.
Yeah.
The rings, those thick rings, I they looked like something associated with sword burials for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
The at on the left at the bottom looks like some kind of bracelet.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, indeed, they
But
were. The statues, some of them, they removed them. They were also golden bracelets around them, large ones. They removed them.
yeah,
Yes.
because they were the Celts were big into golden necklaces, torques, which are either hinged or sprung metal that you put around your neck.
Yeah.
Uh, just to show how important you are. On the my right hand side, they
Mhm.
look like what are sometimes called crossbow brooches, which are much commoner in the migration period,
Mhm.
where there's a pin and it fits into your clothes and holds your cloak on or something like that. But really elaborate ones. I
Yes.
mean, um,
Honestly, when I was there, I cannot explain how I felt. To be honest, I'm really, I admit that. Having been to many museums, sophisticated Persian culture, Roman, many others, right? But Greek, I was in Greece, remember we talked about all these things, but that level of
Yeah,
sophistication from Celts, I did not expect.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
to say it. I
The,
have to admit that, right?
I mean, I've got a late Warring States, early Han Dynasty bronze belt hook, which has gold and silver inlay on it, and it's more similar to this than anything I've seen
Yeah,
in, you know, other European art. It's a kind of intricacy and interest in patterns and the ability to use inlay, use engraving, use casting to make whatever shapes you want.
yeah, unbelievable. Okay,
Mm.
these are also, they don't know, they call them mysterious iron rods. Okay, I just, what
Mhm.
our colleagues say that, right? Iron, bronze,
Yeah,
wood, leather, but I don't know. Look at this beat.
yeah. I mean, I not knowing the material analysis of it. The bottom rods seem to be like handles or tangs to go into something.
Yeah,
Um, remember, there was mirrors were a big deal for a long time, but
yeah.
they would have the mirror would the disc of the mirror would have survived even if it was just a stain in the ground because they were
Oh,
usually
there
made out of
is one
bronze.
bead. I don't know if I added it. Oh God, I think I didn't. There is one big disc bronze mirror in this exhibition.
Mhm.
I took a picture of it, but I think I forgot to add it here.
Yeah, look, yeah, yeah, I don't think it. See these. ah, they're- I don't know. I have a feeling the second from the left looks like a totally corroded pair of scissors or shears. Um,
Yeah,
the others may be just knives or scalpel-like tools,
yeah,
but I don't know. I really
yeah. Very
see.
interesting.
This is again where if you've got a catalog entry with measurements and everything, you can start to relate it to real objects and say, "Oh, this
Yes,
is about the size of a stylus for writing on a wax tablet or something like that."
yes.
Oh, these are nice.
Very nice ones as well. Yes. Armed rings, they
Yeah,
call them, right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Too small to be necklaces, but the way talks sometimes fit together. Some of them are hinged,
Yeah.
and so the circle hinges in two places, and you can put it on your arm or around your neck, depending on the size, and then you just turn it and it clips together. They
Yes.
had really quite advanced techniques for doing this.
Yes.
Um,
Beat look.
oh yeah. Well,
This
these are
is
clearly
unbelievable.
crossbow brooches, and look at the sophistication.
Is it a dragon
And
on the right
still,
side?
I think so. A dragon or a kind of stylized horse.
Yeah.
It looks quite a bit like a dragon, but it could be meant to be a horse.
Mm.
Um, but look at the intricacy of the small bits, the designs at the base, the T shape of the brooch. Uh, they've got piercing, they've got granulation, I think, little rings. This is really sophisticated workmanship, and this would be something you'd be wearing up here. Everybody could see it. It was clearly a mark of status and rank and style, and they really made good ones.
Yes, look at them.
Think of them as decorative safety pins. And they're incorporating stone and coral and everything into these designs.
Everything. Yes. Look at, oh, sorry. Look at them.
Mm. These look like strap fittings
Yeah.
joined by rings, which I mean, I occasionally make quiver belts with rings because it's really practical. Um,
Here.
yeah, these are
Here.
beautifully done.
Beautiful.
When you think about how old these are, it's really quite remarkable. They're a long way ahead of their time.
Yeah.
So this is what the barbarians were doing.
Exactly. Exactly. When you read Roman sources and then, you see that they were all disparagingly talking about the Celts or their enemies always,
Yeah.
right? So you see what
Mhm.
the enemies were capable of offering, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful workmanship. Of course, I mean, as far northwest as Ireland, there's lots and lots of gold, jewelry and things like that. and the sophistication in the whole Celtic world, and even the pre-Celtic peoples that were living there. I mean, as far as we know, when we talk about Celts, we're talking about a language group rather than a racial group, and a cultural style that probably spread faster than the people who invented it. It became very, very popular all through northwestern Europe. But it is so sophisticated.
Yes. Yes. And these are gold, you see that?
Little rings.
Very little, yes. Yes.
They don't look like earrings. Maybe they were sewn to clothing.
Yeah, I think so.
Because when you're really rich, you can do things like that.
Yes.
One of the reasons the Romans wanted to expand into these areas was because they were considered to be quite wealthy.
Yes. And this is the another statue which was also broken, right? And now we come to something. They loved honey. So, and they had jars to keep honey in them.
Yeah.
That's very, I was really fascinated because when I saw them, I thought they were for wine. And he looked at me, no, for honey. I said, what? And he said, yes.
For pure honey or for honey liqueurs or things like mead, which are the honey equivalent of wines.
Yes, exactly. Because they also found evidence of that. So then,
yeah.
So they, one of them is here. Get this, Pete. Look.
Yeah, these are quite elaborate containers, aren't they?
And one of them is here. Look at this.
Well,
they're huge.
Oh, yeah. Well,
like this. They're huge.
Oh, that's incredible. Because that is vaguely in the style of a Mediterranean thing in the pieces, but not in the overall look. It looks entirely unique.
Yeah.
I mean, having a handle, having a spout, that kind of thing, that's quite a common thing. Yeah. But the design, the shoulders on the body and then tapering in, it's really spectacular. I mean, if you saw that, in Archaeological in Iran, you'd say, oh yeah, that fits in right.
Exactly. To be honest, I just, okay, we know from the Iran Achaemenid period, they made these things, but no, in Celtic regions, right? So, wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
The metalworking skill is very, very high. See, this keeps cropping up in Europe in these early periods where very expert metalworkers suddenly turn up somewhere. I don't mean they appear out of nothing. I mean, we find them. We didn't know they were going to be there. And by we, I mean archaeologists who, whether they know it or not, are working to make our lives more interesting. And you think to yourself, the sophistication of the metalwork, the skill levels that you need to make these things, and the sophistication of the taste of the people that paid for them.
Yes.
I mean, this one of those little brooches or a big metal pot like this, that must have been quite expensive. I mean, it lasts forever. We can tell it's still here.
Still here. Look at all these things, beautiful, huh?
They're beautifully decorated.
Very nice. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
That looks like a handle for something.
Yes, handle, exactly.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
See, it's a whole unique art style. It's not. I mean, if somebody from the Middle East saw one of these, they would recognize what it's for.
Yeah.
And they'd say, oh, that's a good place to put decoration. But the decoration is entirely unique.
Unique. Absolutely unique. So this was also from outside. Again, as we saw that. Now, then we also from medieval time, from the same area, they excavated some items and they put it there. And I thought, why not to talk about them? There is a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Because of this, Pete. Look.
Crossbow bolts?
Yes, I did that for you. I took these pictures and we talk about that. Look.
Yeah. Yeah, these are solid. What period is this? About what time?
I forgot to. I mean, I have this information. I forgot to include it here because Hochmittelalter. So it's just in the beginning.
High Middle Ages.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, so this is when crossbows were very common,
You see that? And then there are also
very
other
solidly
items.
made.
Yeah, the other items. I mean, it's not the topic of today. I just put some pictures because this museum is concentrated around Celtic finds, but they also have what they found from the other periods as well,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, I saw in one of the things. Oh,
Yes.
they're Bronze Age.
Yes, these are, I should have put it earlier, Bronze Age, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, you
As
can see some quite weird arrowhead designs.
yes, quite weird, yeah.
That
And
having the little spike off the bottom of the socket's common in Scythian arrowheads too.
yes, so from the
Um,
Roman era, they found also some in some layers, also some artifacts from the Roman period, as you can see it here.
oh yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
and
bits of
then
tools.
in 1750s, when the first excavations were made to about this medieval time Roman period, I'm not talking about the Celts because they were found much later. This was
Mhm.
one of the tools adds they used to back
Yeah,
then.
that looks like an entrenching tool, like for digging rather than
Exactly, that's right.
yeah.
And okay, there is a wine from the region. They put it there. So anyhow,
Well, we're still here, still doing good stuff.
yeah, wine is very good from this area, I have to say. Okay, this was these types. Okay, Beat. I'm going to stop this. What do you think about what we have seen?
There was the swords and the spearheads were absolutely magnificent. The
Magnificent.
think the brooches, you really see how this is a show off piece to show I'm a rich man or woman, and look at the artistic stuff I can afford to wear. This is a show off piece for sure. Um, but it is beautiful stuff. I mean, today, 2,500 years later, it's still really good looking.
Yes, absolutely. Let me just do something here, Beat, if I may. Hold on a second. So I can, so go ahead, please. I just want to show you something,
Yeah.
if I may.
No, no. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, there are
As I said, that it's
two
really
things.
interesting to see the quality of the workmanship in those too.
You see that this museum, the other one we saw as well, the Roman, which is UNESCO
Mhm.
heritage, but this one as well, Beat. You see what kind of artifacts you can see here, right?
I mean,
Unbelievable.
yeah. Well, iron things in the ground
Yes.
often just turn into red stains, and then the
Yes.
red stain washes away, and you have no idea what was there unless there was something else that was attached to it.
Yes,
It's
that's true.
very rare to see well preserved iron objects.
True.
And because of the nature of Celtic design for using metal covers over their scabbards, you've got kind of like it was only yesterday we put this down
Yeah.
effect. It looks so pristine. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, there's accumulations of dirt and stuff like that, but that's all important things too. I mean, it's amazing. I'm really impressed.
Oh, okay. Now I have it. I can share it with you a bit because I wanted to show you because I forgot originally to put it here.
Mhm.
Uh, can you see that beat?
Mhm.
Oh, no, hold on. I have to go back. Where did I put this one? Hold on. Oh, God. What
No,
kind
it's
of
all right.
artifacts? Where was that? Okay, here.
Oh,
That's the
that
mirror.
disc. Oh,
Yes,
that's the mirror.
that's the
So
mirror.
it's held by the handle is a person holding the mirror
Yes,
above their
yes,
head.
yes.
Ah,
I just
isn't
wanted
that
you to
isn't
see
that
that. Yes.
that's beautiful.
I mean, of course, the museum has many more artifacts. I just put because we always concentrate on arms and armor related items, right? So, but
Yeah, we're lucky when the arms and armor is of such high artistic quality that it's a standalone thing. Even if you weren't interested in arms and armor, you could appreciate the artistic quality.
and there is
Um,
something else I found out. I need to share it with you and with members of this channel. I did not know that Nima was a Celt, my son.
he does look very Celtic.
Yes, I just wanted to share this as well.
He does
Okay.
appear to be wearing Persian slippers, though.
No. Yeah. So
Oh,
did you
that's
enjoy
wonderful.
it, Bede? It's beautiful, huh?
Oh, that was a great looking museum. And to know that there's even more stuff there. You could spend your whole life on just one topic
Yeah.
because, I mean, look, it takes, for us to know about these things, it's taken us a couple of 100 years. And there's 1,000 more things we need to know that will only come out with new excavations, better methods of analyzing the finds, things like that. But we're living in a period where every year interesting things are being found
Yes.
and old things that we already knew about are being reevaluated and we find out more from them than we knew, 10 years ago or whatever. So it's a real, I there's a lot of things going wrong in the world at the moment, but on the level of science and history, there's a lot of really good things happening.
Yeah.
I mean, when we find out about our past, well, knowing why the Celts made something, it's probably not going to change very much for us, but it does expand our knowledge of human nature.
Yeah.
And when we look at things that are so artistically pleasing to us now, it shows the connection we have with everybody, even far back in the past,
Yeah.
how they can make something we still like. It's pretty impressive.
It is.
I mean, you go into a second-hand shop and you find something that was made 50 years ago and think, oh, gee, that's really ugly. But of course, you sometimes go and you find something that's really beautiful. And, obviously, archaeology is a bit of a cherry picking because the main academic side of it is to find out how people lived. So the gold and the silver and the swords and everything are artifacts, just like the broken piece of pottery and the layers of ash in an old oven or something like that, because they all tell a story. But for us in general, we're attracted to the beautiful things a little bit more, unless the person who got all the layers of ash out of the thing wrote a really good report. So, I've read archaeological reports that are about things I'm not even interested in, but they were so well written and they expanded on what they found and what it meant and that. And they were, in and of themselves, a valuable piece of art.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Pete, for being here and sharing this with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and all the best for you then, Pete. Right?
Thank you. I definitely enjoyed it, and
Thank
all
you.
the best to you too.
Thank you.